Hello. Today I am doing a reading about something that is happening for me, I guess, and I'm hoping that it'll help the collective as well. It is about having a bad attitude, not seeing the good in others, and like just trying to banish that so that um, we no longer, like the first impression is not bad. I definitely think that this came from my childhood. I think that I was, I grew up around pessimistic parents, and it caused me to also become a pessimist. And a lot of the things that happened in my life up until this point, you probably wouldn't blame me for being one. But that is not what I'm trying to do here. For the past almost decade now, I've been trying to be more optimistic and loving and kind and understanding. And I just feel like I'm at this breakthrough point now where like I have the perspective of like, hey, maybe you think you've been doing a good job, but you can do better. So let's see what these tree magic cards have to say. I also have this Anatomy of a Witch Oracle and these Past Life Oracle cards. So let's see what is going down. The Fig Tree. It's Enlightening Love. So this is talking about like the negative energies maybe tempting you, because they are tempting. They're much easier to slip into if you are used to them. It's much more difficult to repeat, to remind yourself repeatedly that, hey, you're having a bad attitude, hey, you're having a bad attitude, hey, you're having a bad attitude. It's hard, but we can do it. The Ginkgo Tree, Joy. Treasures that arrive like gifts from heaven may be of the spirit or earth. So I really just feel like these are talking about connecting yourself to to the earth, to the heavens, and finding that love that flows through you naturally. You got to find that love within yourself before you can find that love in someone else. The Walnut Tree, Resilience. So it seems like this tree card is talking about like you're just going to get stronger if you keep it up. It's just going to get easier if you keep it up. And the treasures, it says treasures will come as spiritual gifts. So the treasures I feel like you may be looking for could be companionship, friendship, maybe less miscommunication with friends and family, because I know sometimes I'll say things and I don't realize like I'm actually kind of hurting somebody's feelings. Because I also, pride myself on being honest. So sometimes honesty is not necessary. Sometimes you can just keep your mouth shut. I'm learning that. So now I'm going to pull a couple of the Embodied Witch. And let's see what they have to say. We got birth, so definitely like we're walking down a new path and something's coming. We got align and death. Interesting. Look. Birth, align, and death. We got birth and death in the same little pull. That is so interesting. Okay, so yes. And then I kind of feel like it's reminding us of like, hey, you only have so much time on here. Don't waste it. But, I can't stop seeing an egg in this one. So I feel like the way that the cards are coming through, like instead of taking it literally, it's more like you have this new idea that you don't want to have a bad attitude anymore. So you need to do everything in your power to align with it. And I'm surprised the Banish card didn't come out here, because I feel like by aligning, you're banishing the old stuff, and it's going to be put to rest. death doesn't always mean you die. It can mean that something in your life has just come to an end. And it feels like you want to feel more true love in your life. And maybe you've been looking for it through other people, trying to find it in other people. And that is just not the timeline we're in anymore. You know, if you're trying to heal yourself, the universe is not going to let you be second best. It's always going to push you to be the best that you can be. Okay, authority figures comes out. Definitely consider, like, how did you get this way? How come you have a bad attitude? And I guess the spirits are saying, like, we're not specifically saying that you're a bad person. We're just saying that, like, lighten up a little bit, I guess is what they're saying. Maybe your parents didn't lighten up on you, and it just is what you've always known. So you need to align with what you want to do now, and then put the old stuff to rest. We got imprisonment or slavery. Yeah, so, like, you probably didn't have a choice. You know, your parents were probably just like, no, this is just how it is. I'm the mom, or I'm the dad, or whatever. And they didn't really listen to you. And maybe in work, you know, you're like, hey, I got this cool idea. They don't listen to you. You know, maybe it happened with your friends groups. Like, hey, I want to do dancing. I want to do singing. And they're like, no, we don't want to do that. We'd rather play video games or something. So maybe you just have felt unheard, or like you didn't get what you were hoping for out of life. Oh, we got two. So we got monk or nun and Native American. So it just seems like with these two cards, I feel like they're just talking about the culture behind it. So Native Americans, they connect with spirits, like earth spirits, nature spirits, and the monk or the nun connects with their self. So I feel like both of these energies are important for you. So connect with yourself, this alignment, and then, you know, you can use animals or nature or whatever kind of energy. Like, I like going to animals and trees. Everybody has their thing. You just do, you know, your own thing. So when I read the cards this way, it's showing me like you're a tough nut. You know, everything that you've been through has made you this way, and maybe you have become an authority figure, like to your own kids and stuff like that. But this had to happen so that you could find yourself and you could come out of the shell and be who you're meant to be, you know. And down here, in the second row, we got joy, imprisonment, and then align. So I feel like it should kind of go like this. So, you know, you want to feel joy first before you know what it feels like. You have to really, like, think about it, okay? And then align so that you no longer feel these negative energies. And so I guess what this is really saying is that if you want to change your bad attitude, if you want to see the good in others, this is an energetic thing. There's nothing physical that's going to help you change unless you have a sticky note that says change your attitude. Maybe you get like a ring on your finger or a bracelet that reminds you. Maybe your phone reminds you to change your perspective. But it has to come from within. It has to be, you know, from your heart. And then we got enlightening love. And then these two cultural cards, and then death. So maybe this way is reading like enlightenment. Maybe it I feel like this is going to be you finding your version of spirituality, your version of religion, your version of, you know, maybe it's what you used to know is coming to an end. So we can learn a lot from the different religions and stuff out there, but they all teach similar messages of being kind to one another and karmic lessons, do unto others. And that just comes from my background of Catholic and Christian upbringing, but you know, you can compare those to other religions and still get a similar, like the do unto others is karma in other religions. So I hope that made sense. So it really just seems like the universe is saying, if you want to change your bad attitude, you're going to have to put forth the effort to change your perspective and birth this new idea and align yourself with this new idea. So one of the ways I enjoy aligning myself is by writing a letter on some notebook paper of what I want to get rid of. Sometimes I'll do a bullet point. Sometimes I'll just write out all my bad feelings and all the things I'm scared of. And then I get my little container and I put that in there, and then I will burn the paper. And as I'm burning it, I'm just trying to focus on what I want to change and how I want to feel instead. So as it's burning, I'm trying to, I guess, for lack of a better term, ignore my old way of being and just focus on how I want to be now. So let me go grab my little container and I'll show you. Okay, so I have this. I got this for $7 at the thrift store. But when I saw it, I knew I had to come home with it. It looks like it used to have some like pink paint around it, but it's since come off. But yeah, you just take this part off, and I have some thread in here I need to burn still. But I wanted to do that when I was trying to cut ties. But here's a little paper. So I could say something like, I want to stop jumping to conclusions about people I don't know well. So I notice sometimes at work I will just like make a comment, and then I think later, like, you know, I don't actually know that person, they're a stranger. So then I fold it up, or however you want to do it, put it in there, and then I'll light it on fire, put this thing over it, and then just watch it burn. So let's take it outside and watch it burn. And I'll just add the little video of me burning it at the end, but I just wanted to say thank you guys for clicking on this video. And if you made it to the end, you're awesome. I love you, and I hope that you will try this exercise for yourself. And I feel like if you got to this point and you were attracted to this video, this is probably a very important message for you. And gaining perspective on every little thing in your life is how you know, how you level up and stuff. So, alrighty, I will see you in the next video. I love how it ended up catching the rope on fire too, because it was like a confirmation that it's gonna make a difference. It's gonna help me cut ties with that old way of being. Have a wonderful night.